Okay, we are live and hello and welcome to this 5 at 5 show. And obviously, me and Bodia sir have joined you guys from Manchester. And today, Team India are practicing from local time 1 to 4, right?
Yeah, press conference is at 12:45, which is 15 minutes from now.
Yes. So press conference is going to be happen 12:45 p.m. local time, and then the team will practice, for 3 hour long from 1 to 4 p.m. Yesterday also we saw a long and intense practice session. All the players were there. The team huddle. We saw. I think we have already shared all the updates. From yesterday practice with you guys that Coach Amul Mujumdar was seen having a long chat. Captain Harmanpreet Kaur was seen having a long chat with all the players, and all the players looked very in a high spirit ahead of this crucial game. But sir, a big game, Bangladesh game. Obviously, we all are thinking about that Australia game at Lords. But before that, this Bangladesh game in Manchester pitch will be crucial. And before that, a last practice session for Team India today.
Absolutely, absolutely. You cannot take any team lightly in a World Cup scenario. And secondly, you also have to keep an eye on your net run rate. So against Bangladesh, you have to be very careful and add to the net run rate. First thing that you must tell viewers is there is a heat wave on in the UK. Snehashish and I are standing in a shade and doing this show, and the sun is biting. Even now, we have put 5 layers of sunscreen maybe, but this is, the UV rays. The sun is biting. So for the players to practice and play in this heat is going to be a problem. This is unlike India. In India, you are used to this, but in this country, for example, 34, 35. Yesterday it turned 36 at one point in time when we were in Stockport. It was hot, boss. It was genuinely hot. The sun is biting down. If I turn and you will see, look, there is no shade also. See? So there you go. Look at the other side of the road. See there. We have come under a tree. We have come under a tree to just do this show here because there is shade here. But the training will be will be hard today. This side, sorry. Yeah, so the training will be hard today. It is very hot. Yesterday was around 34, 35 in some areas, 32 in the city. Today also it's supposed to be like that. If you check, there is a prediction for extreme heat warning here in Manchester. London is boiling. London is boiling as well. So extremely hot, at least till Friday. At least till Friday. From Saturday, things become better. And from Sunday, it cools down again. But for the next 3, 4, 5 days, 3, 4 days, it is going to be, today is the 24th. Today is the 24th till the 27th. It is supposed to be extremely hot. So does that kind of favor India? Does that favor India, the heat? But these days, all these countries play under extreme heat, whether it is Australia, whether it is South Africa, Bangladesh too are used to it. So as Snehashish was talking about, they will have to keep an eye on the net run rate. It will be a slow track, so India will have to be careful whether or not to try and accelerate too much and give wickets away. And then once you kind of consolidate your net run rate against Bangladesh, then start thinking about Australia. Don't jump the gun and start thinking about Australia now. You still have a match to win. Do that, then think about Australia.
Yes, absolutely. But sir, the big question, after the loss against South Africa, we all are thinking that what will be the body language of the players, how quickly they can regroup and reset themselves for these upcoming games, upcoming crucial games. But whatever we saw yesterday in the practice session, the way players gelled together, players were backing each other, and the different kind of practice that they went through, be it the Yorker practice, be it the fielding, direct throws, and all, and then the power hitting also. How do you see that? Are you kind of happy with the way Team India have managed to make a comeback, from that defeat, the way the body language you have seen yesterday in the practice session?
Snehashish, firstly, it is important that the Yorker session happened. Yeah. It is also important that the range hitting happened. It is important that all of the drills, including that mat where the slower bowlers were trying to bowl slower balls, rather the bowlers were practicing slower deliveries. All of this is important. My question is, why now? Why now? We have seen, absolutely. I mean, we have seen in Birmingham, we have seen in Leeds, there was no specialized drill. We have been part of every Indian training session. Whenever the team has practiced, for as long as the team has practiced, we have been there. We didn't see a specialized Yorker session. In fact, during the game, if you remember, I told you in the press box, where is the Yorker? Where is the short ball? I did not see a single short ball used against any ball. In fact, in that match against Netherlands, Nandini Sharma picked up a wicket with the short ball. But what did we try a short ball against South Africa? We didn't. All of a sudden, the moment that loss happened, you could see multiple different things started. One was the shot, and I'm not. This is not a blame here. It's just that I'm saying each of these things could have been done. The address that Amol did, that's the best he can do. He's not going to go out there and play. Amol Mazumdar is not supposed to take the catches for Radha Yadav. He can't do anything. Radha Yadav is your best fielder. She drops. But this Yorker drill, or for that matter, the slow ball drill, center wicket, I understand maybe you did not have access on some days. But these things could have been done earlier. Why now? I mean, why after a defeat which has pushed you or you're back to the wall is the only question I'm asking. I have seen intensity from India. I have seen very good intensity in all of the practice sessions also. But my point is, these kind of specialized drills maybe could have been done. Yesterday, Harmanpreet Kaur addressed the team. Amol Mazumdar addressed the team. They all realize that this is make or break. And you must understand, in India, people are unforgiving. In our show, people have started to ask, Harman should be removed, etc. Come on. It's a one-match loss. If they go on and win against Australia, it's okay. If they go on and win against Australia, will you then say that she should be removed? No. So just hold back. Just hold back. It is essential. It is essential that we just keep a little bit of patience. You hear Harman ko hataiye, captain kar dijiye. I understand men's cricket has undergone a transition, but so far, and I'm also conscious of the fact that Harmanpreet Kaur's strike rate has not been up to the mark. Diana Adulji, in an interview to Shomik Chakraborty today, has mentioned that. In fact, Diana wrote to me saying that I've done the interview with Shomik. My point is, these are concerns, but let's not jump the gun and say, isko hata dijiye, usko hata dijiye. In the middle of a tournament, this is not necessary. 4 दिन बाद बोलिए. अगर ऑस्ट्रेलिया के साथ हार जाते हैं, तब जितना खुशी मर्जी बोल लीजिए ना, फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. आप बोल दीजिए कि T20 से हटा दो यार, स्मृति को कैप्टन बना दीजिए, किसी दूसरे को कैप्टन बना दीजिए, बट अभी टूर्नामेंट के बीच में ये सब मत बोलिए. My only thing is, yesterday Harman also addressed the group in the huddle. Amol did separately, Harman did separately. Just be proactive now. The Yorker drill, the mat drill, the range hitting drill, all of that what we saw yesterday, I would have loved to see in Birmingham as well, or for that matter in Leeds as well. Because clearly now you have resorted to all of that because you did not see any of these things applied in that match against South Africa. So that's my issue, Snehash.
Yes. So the approach has been a little bit, reactive, not proactiveness. The proactiveness was missing in the team, and now after losing to South Africa, all these are coming out of the bag. But by the way, Trishadi is already there for the PC, so whenever she gets any update, she will definitely share, and we'll share with you guys. So we're waiting for that. Another question, sir, regarding Radha Yadav, that 2 costly drops, as we have been saying several times, that this, don't talk about those drops. Those 2 drops doesn't make her the bad fielder. She is the best fielder and for India and one of the best in the world. But on the point of view from Radha Yadav, how does she see this game, these upcoming games? A big opportunity to what kind of a pressure under she will be, because obviously in her mind it will be playing that those 2 catches eventually made the difference.
There is no debate. It will play on her mind, and it will play on her mind as long as she doesn't get redemption. Yes. And that redemption can only happen on the field where she picks up, because there is that video that has gone viral where Jamie Rodrigues is coming and consoling her. She was crying. Anyone will. Now imagine if you are Radha Yadav and you know that fielding is your strength, and you also know that because of your 2 dropped catches your team might go out of the World Cup. What will you feel? You will feel guilty. You will feel you are responsible. You will curse yourself. You will push yourself. These are very difficult times. And I know, people will come and start trolling. No, this is when an athlete is down. An athlete is actually very, very down. And this is where athletes will require maximum support. Tomorrow, when Radha Yadav catches two brilliant ones, you come and say, oh, what a great fielder she is. She doesn't need your support. She's already on a high. So my point is, when Tendulkar got out for a 0 against Sri Lanka in the 2007 World Cup, Dilara Fernando, it did not make him a bad batter. When Virat Kohli fell multiple times in Australia outside the off stump, doesn't mean that Virat Kohli is any poor batter. Could have had a bad series. But Virat Kohli will forever rank as one of the greatest batters in the history of cricket. So don't castigate somebody based on one day. It is one day, and I can tell you, Leo Messi misses penalties here. Leo Messi misses penalties. He has actually missed the maximum number of penalties in the history of the World Cup. And the same man has gone and scored the maximum number of goals in the history of the World Cup, right? So 18 goals. At the same time, he has missed many, many penalties. So let's not jump the gun. And Radha Yadav is India's best fielder, whatever anyone says. Radha Yadav is, in fact, one of the best fielders in the world, whatever anyone says. Two dropped catches on one aberration day, which is freakish, doesn't make Radha Yadav a poor fielder. It doesn't. So let us accept it and be clear about it. So anyone who wants to troll Radha Yadav on the basis of that, take a step back. You've also made mistakes. All of us have. I make mistakes every day. He does. All of us do. So Radha, I mean, it is a mistake. No one's saying it is not. No one is saying that those two dropped catches were not critical. They were. We all know that those two dropped catches made a massive difference. But to keep pushing that same point to Radha Yadav doesn't help. And that's where mental conditioning becomes critical. Someone like a Paddy Upton, when he spoke to Gukesh, when Gukesh lost that game to Ding Liren, Paddy Upton has been now with the hockey team. This is where mental conditioning, unwinding, speaking to a coach becomes so critical. And I just wish Radha Yadav is able to unwind. Senior players, Harmanpreet Kaur, all of them will have a role. If Radha is close to anyone outside, for example, Mithali Raj is commentating here. Veda Krishnamurthy is commentating here. If she wants to speak to someone from outside, she should just go up to either of these two former players and have a word. But Radha Yadav or Amol Mazumdar or Munish Bali or Avishkar Salvi, whoever, but Radha Yadav will have to come out of this box of I have been responsible. No one is. And by the way, she's not solely responsible. Yes. This was a collective failure. Had India scored 15 more runs, those two dropped catches wouldn't have come in. Yes. Had India bowled a tad better with better fields, those two dropped catches wouldn't have come in. So it is not as if Radha Yadav singularly has lost India the match, that everybody has to pinpoint on Radha Yadav. That is also not true.
Yes, absolutely. And it is high time to back someone like Radha Yadav. And yesterday she also had a good practice session, especially the fielding drills that she went through. She looked good and good spirits, and the whole team was backing. As I mentioned earlier, everyone is backing each other. And it is so good to see the way the team has been gelling ahead of this crucial Bangladesh game. But another big question, sir, that is, the fans are thinking about the inclusion of someone like Renuka Singh Thakur. Everyone is thinking that Renuka must play that Australia game. But before that, you really want her that to take that game time in this Bangladesh game for that rhythm.
If you want to play Renuka Singh Thakur against Australia, then you drop Arundhati Reddy and play Renuka Thakur in this match. There is no question that you have to get her a game before you put her against Australia at Lords. All of a sudden, you plonk somebody against Australia at Lords is an unfair call. And then if she goes for runs, then you will blame Renuka Singh Thakur saying, "Arey, what happened? The whole world has come crashing down." Unfair. Secondly, give Prema Rawat another game. You cannot drop Prema Rawat based on 2 overs against South Africa. These are critical calls. This is where the team management will have to step up, Snehashish. Prema Rawat is a young lady, 24 years old, needs to be protected, needs to be shielded. She will also feel the pinch that I came into bowl in the 7th over when it was 25 for 2. Had I picked up a wicket then, India was in control. I bowled badly. I conceded 10 runs. South Africa's off. I bowled 2 bad overs. It will hurt her. It will impact her. But this is where an Amol Mazumdar, an Avishkar Salvi, senior players, captain, Smriti Mandana, vice captain, all of them need to. Jamie Rodrigues. I love the fact that Jamie Rodrigues came and gave Radha Yadav a hug. So these are important moments in a young player's career. If you ask me, I see two changes, or rather one. Renuka Thakur in place of Arundhati Reddy. That's the one change. The second change, maybe not, because now you have won 2 games. Will you again drop Yastika Bhatia? Because in the 2 matches, Yastika Bhatia has not done. By the way, she was looking good in that brief period when she was batting. Some really good shots. That one shot through cover, I think, was a genuinely good shot. Unfortunately, none of these people are converting, Snehashish, and that's the critical point for India, that people need to convert the starts.
Absolutely, and be it Yastika, be it Jemima, all of them. Even Shefali. I think 31 run of 15
It
balls.
doesn't help.
Yes, it doesn't help in long term. Yes, you managed to get a good start, but ultimately in the middle overs they lost the path, and eventually you end up scoring 15, 20 run less. And compared to South Africa, the way they batted, if you see in the middle overs they didn't lose any wicket and they scored at a better run rate, and they even hit boundaries more compared to India. So eventually they managed to chase down the total. But sir, as you mentioned, that there are expected maybe one change, maybe the Renuka Singh Thakur might come into play, because if you really want to see her in action against Australia, it's good that she gets some game time, because she's yet to play a single game in this World Cup. So that is one. But I think today's practice will give us more, more hints, more clarity that which players might get a chance. Whatever we have seen yesterday, sir, I think Yastika should get a game time. I think the way she was
Yeah. And again, Yastika has not looked bad at all. She may not have converted the starts, and that ball was a straight ball, missed the line and got LBW. But Yastika hasn't looked bad in the time that she has been out there. In fact, I will say Jemmy has looked more scratchy.
Yes.
Jemmy has looked more scratchy than Yastika in the middle. Again, has not done justice to her talent. So both Yastika and Jemima, number 3 and number 4, haven't scored. And because your number 3 and number 4 aren't scoring, automatically there is pressure on Harmanpreet Kaur. So when people are talking about Harmanpreet Kaur's run rate, strike rate, you must also remember she's coming at the back of 2 quick wickets, because India are losing wickets in a cluster. Both Yastika Bhatia and Jemima Rodriguez are unable to convert starts so far. So Harmanpreet Kaur is coming in at the back of that. I'm not again saying that Harmanpreet Kaur's strike rate is acceptable. Yes. I'm not saying that. But I'm just trying to say that had she come in at a better time, it would have been slightly easier. Richa Ghosh, I have no doubt in my mind, should come in. If there is a wicket that goes down around the 13th over, it is Richa Ghosh and not Dipti Sharma. Richa Ghosh should definitely be given 7-8 overs. Couple of overs will get her eye in and then go. Because more often than not, if she gets 2 overs, 5-6 balls to get her eye in, you will see big shots coming straight after. All of a sudden, if you send her in the 17th over, expected to start hitting from ball 1, it is not easy for anyone.
Yes, absolutely. And I think that
spraying water.
Yes, I think. I think because of the heat wave. Because of the heat wave. By the way, it's 12:48 now in local time, so I think the PC has been started maybe. So
Tisha will update. Actually.
Yeah, Tisha they will update. So can you just check in the group if she updates, because the net is problematic in these teams. Yes. Okay. So this is let's see whatever updates we get from the PC. We'll discuss about that. But before that, I think we can take few comments. I think there must be few comments. I think she's yet to update. Yes, so we have to see. Can I just go there? 1 second, we have to see Rep Sports. Yes, live. 1 second, we have to see Rep Sports.
You want me to hold the other?
Yes, better, yes. 1 second. Okay, there are so many comments. Let's take one by one. Oh my god. Okay, the Creek Jinxer saying, why our team digs a well when the house is already on fire? Range hitting should become a regular element of the practice session.
Agree. That's what we are saying. That's exactly what we are saying. That range hitting or practicing Yorkers or doing these specialized drills should be part of regular sessions. 100%.
Yes. Okay, Creek Jinxer, another question. Any practice of finding the gaps or taking singles and doubles?
I've actually done a column, Creek Jinxer, today saying that it's not just about range hitting. It is also about converting ones into twos. How many times did South Africa convert ones into twos? Except Jemima Rodriguez and to a degree Radha Yadav, both. Every other player, whoever was fielding, they were running one for throw. South Africa was always running one for the throw, because this is a fairly biggish ground. And they were running one for the throw because they know that the Indian fielders will not be able to get the ball in on time. So except Jemmy Rodriguez, who was like a whirlwind on the field, and of course Radha Yadav, maybe Deepti Sharma because her throw is flat and strong. Every other fielder, everybody, 6 or 7 fielders, they were going for twos. Have we seen that from India? No. There was 1 3 taken by Harman. That partnership, in fact, Snehashish and Trisha clapped in the press box seeing that 3. But I have India conceded or left behind many second runs, just converting one single, and they did not go for the second run. So these are little things. You know what? In in tight matches, these kind of things come to hurt you. 7, 8, 10 runs here, there. You are leaving those half chances. The opponent is taking the opportunity and getting some more runs. These things have to be rectified.
Yes. The Crick Jinx again saying, did Smriti practice a scoop shot? Campire doesn't count. No. We didn't see her practicing any that kind of a shot.
Someone should tell her no need.
Yes. Okay. This is regarding what? Okay. This is regarding IPL. Buriada, will KL Rahul stay in DC and
Yes.
will he be captain?
Yeah, possible. KL Rahul is the possible captain of DC because Rishabh Pant will not be. So Akshar Patel, they are considering KL Rahul. Yes, KL Rahul is 100% staying on in DC.
Yes. Okay. Syed Nizamuddin saying must win games for India. Definitely. Rohan Yole saying a deserving Shikha Pandey in 11 is doing commentary. Why should we expect turnaround from the women in blue? Shikha Pandey, I think the team have moved ahead.
Look. Even if it is a fact that she is deserving. By the way, Shikha is a very close friend. I was interacting with her yesterday because of her comment that toxicity should have a limit, that it should not boil down to abuse. She sent me a long message after that. I said, "Do you want to speak more?" So Shikha is definitely a very worthy bowler. Having said that, चलो मान लेता हूं कि आप सोचते हो कि उनको टीम में रहना चाहिए था. Because of that, to say that they don't deserve to go through and all that is unfair. I mean, and one player, Shikha Pandey being here, rocket science तो नहीं है कि वो जाके सब कुछ कर देते हैं. ऐसे थोड़ी हो सकता है.
Yeah, the Creek Jinx again saying, considering the heat wave, do you expect the pitch to offer more help for the spinners? 5 spinners counting Radha also.
This is very hot, Crick Jinx, sir. I mean, Bapre, I don't think this country is ready for this kind of heat.
You have seen earlier. You have
Arey.
visited many times there.
No. I mean, Manchester, this heat, never. Not in my 25 years of coming to this country, except the COVID years. Yesterday, you heard the locals tell you
Oh yes.
that we have to buy fans, we have to buy air condition. How is this possible? There are no fans in the best of apartments. So this heat wave is unnatural. Absolutely unnatural for temperatures to go up to 34, 35, 36.
Yes. Anup Kashyap saying, this is IPL question. What's the news about Hardik in KKR?
Shubhan is doing that story.
Yeah.
I can tell you Mumbai Indians review process has started. I can tell you that the review process has started. So give it a week or maximum 2 weeks. Give it a week, 2 weeks. I can confirm to you that the Mumbai Indians review meetings have started. And from what I know of Mumbai Indians, the review process will not just be about players. It will be about everything: support staff, coaches, scouts, digital media, promotions, marketing. It will be an overall review process, and obviously players will have a major part in that. They will take some tough calls, is what I've heard. They will take some really tough calls because they are a franchise which is a very proud franchise. So yes, conversations though definitely must have been on. But as I said, Mumbai Indians review process started a couple of days back. So give it some time before any further development or confirmation comes through.
Yes. Asta Starlight saying, in the PC, Amol sir said we have inexperienced bowling lineup. Why we were giving debut cap to everyone before the World Cup?
I said this. Firstly, he did not mention Arundhati Reddy.
Yeah.
Arundhati Reddy has enough and more experience. She is a decade old in international cricket. Deepti Sharma, he mentioned, and she has experience. He was talking about Nandini Sharma. He was talking about Prema Rawat. He's right there. But at the same time, the question then comes that if you say inexperience, then you have a Renuka Singh Thakur sitting out. Then play her, because she definitely has the experience. It is not a question of experience or inexperience. It is a question of on the day your team was not good enough. Even experienced players, look at the batting. Experience, the whole batting is superbly experienced. Smriti, Jamie, Harman, Deepti, Shafali has now been around for 8 years. So batters, after a power play of 60 runs, managed to get 99 runs in the next 14 overs. So with the experience, what happened? With the experience also, you were not able to perform on the day. So let's take the day as an aberration. It was a bad game. Collective failure, batting, fielding, bowling. accept that, introspect, move on. There is no question of saying only because the bowling was inexperienced we lost.
Yes. Okay. Another question from Asta: why Harman have stopped bowling? She used to bowl. I think the injuries. I think
Yeah.
for the last 2 years she has been injuries have been a part and parcel with her. I think that is why I think she has stopped bowling. Though she bowled few overs in the 2025 ODI World Cup, it was quite surprising, but she did. So yeah, Creek Jinx are saying, didn't we witness a delay in this special practice sessions even during 2025 World Cup? I think yeah. I think in Indore when we lost, ahead of that England game, I think those 4 days we saw this kind of innovative practice sessions. I think again that was a kind of similar pattern in that campaign also. This is answered already. One second. Okay, Simon Mitra saying, what do you think? Jamie is fit for number 3 in T20s? I am talking about T20 only.
Very good question, actually. She has, I don't think she is not fit. For whatever reason, she's kind of very restless in the crease. She's scratching around. She tried to dart down to Shabnim Ismail. She was backing off. These things are not needed. Jamie Rodrigues will not play. Jamie Rodrigues is a Laura Woolward kind of player.
Yeah.
Jamie Rodrigues, and by the way, women's cricket and men's cricket are very different. With the high risk, high reward kind of game that you're seeing in men's cricket is still not the template for women's cricket. Laura Woolward is very much par as far as women's cricket is concerned. Elise Perry is very much par as far as women's cricket is concerned. Jamie Rodrigues can do that role. Question is, can she? Question is, in this World Cup, what has she done? In this World Cup, she has not been performing, and we have to call it out. Again, our job is to call exactly what we are seeing without sensationalizing, without castigating anyone, throwing somebody under the bus or abusing. No, absolutely not. But has Jamie Rodrigues performed to expectations? The answer is a flat no. Can she do it? Yes, because this is not a template for women's cricket that is similar for men's cricket, that you have to start going from ball one in the power play.
Okay, Asta Starlight saying, in practice session was Smriti bowling. There is a peak of her. Yes, I think she also rolled her arms once and twice, but that was only for fun. That is nothing serious about that. Okay. Uh, right information. Okay, Creek Stick saying, is this World Cup? Okay, I think Shefali had come for the India and Shovana Mostari for Bangladesh. So that is the update from the PC. Tushari is sharing that Shefali Verma came from India's side and Shovana Mostari, the all-rounder from Bangladesh side. Okay. Creek Stick saying, is this World Cup the moment of truth for India women, just like the T20 World Cup 2022 was for India men?
Could be. If you go out in the group stages, then there has to be introspection. There is absolutely no way that a group stage exit can be justified. Inexperience, experience, no such argument. If you are not able to make the semi-finals and lose to Australia and exit the tournament on the 28th, absolutely introspection is needed. Absolutely, you have to sit across the board and ask, what is the road ahead? Do you need change in personnel? Do you need a new template? Do you need a new thought process? But again, to answer these questions, who are Simon?
Simon. Yeah.
Whoever asked these questions, kindly wait for 4 more days before you ask this. Because if, ahead of the Australia game, this question is slightly premature. So we have to wait for the Australia game before we are able to actually answer this question.
Okay. Last few comments. Arindam Mukherjee saying, Buriada, how much percentage India have to qualify for the semi-finals?
15 to 20%. I have already said this multiple times. I don't think Australia is unbeatable. No team is unbeatable. If that is the case, then every best team would have gone ahead and won the competition. The top seed would go ahead and win the competition. No. Yes, it is hard. Australia will also want to beat India basis what happened in 2025. So it's a grudge match for them. Having said that, you have nothing to lose. You know that if you win, you have the whole World Cup to win. And you also know that if you go down to Australia at Lords, you're going home. So that's where it comes down to pressure. Can you soak in that pressure and perform? And boss, it's a T20 contest. One miraculous performance, one great performance, a superb innings from Smriti, a superb innings from Jamie, or from Harman, a very good spell from Renuka, or for that matter, Charani again.
Yes.
Two superb efforts can win you a T20 contest. Madison Cup is an example. One partnership and they nailed it. Tasmin Brits was very ordinary, but Marizanne Kapp was so good. She carried South Africa on her shoulders and won them the game. So can someone put her hand up Smriti Mandana, 75 of 45 balls. Everybody can then rotate around her and get a 180 score. And obviously, an 180 score will put the opponent under pressure. So Australia is beatable. But to answer that question, I think it's what? 15 to 20%.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, Trishadi, sharing the updates. We will wrap up the show with those. But before that, as you mentioned, sir, in Sri Charani, the new number one ranked T20 bowler in the world. How pleased you are and how good she has been.
Oh, very. I mean, except that one ball,
Oh, yeah.
23 balls were superb. First 2 overs, her statistic was 2 overs, one
runs.
maiden, 2 runs, 2 wickets. Double wicket maiden. Beautifully. That second wicket was what a peach. Middle stump, off stump, getting Laura Woolward, smart catch. Charani has been your, pick of the bowlers for sure. Excellent so far. But that last ball will also haunt her. After that spell, to push it up to Chloe Tryon. And had Chloe Tryon not been able to get that off for 4, who knows? But very pleased for her. Scaling the number one ranking in anything is a massive achievement. So extremely happy that Charani as a young player has kind of made that. Great future ahead. Just hope she does a little bit better in fielding, which she's actually doing, putting in the extra hours, extra yards in practice. That's what will make you a better fielder.
Yes. Okay, let's share the updates. Okay, Shefali said Harman yesterday in the huddle said India was in a similar kind of a position in the Uday World Cup and came back from there to win the World Cup, so they can do it again. Thoughts?
That's what the captain should say. In sport, it is never say never. It is not over till it is over. 100%. And I absolutely agree with what the captain has said. It is not over. Australia can be beaten. India made the final in 2017 in that 50-over World Cup, yes, but they beat Australia. In 2020, we lost to Australia in the final, but we beat other quality sides on our way to the final. So, obviously, a team can be beaten. Absolutely, a team can be beaten. Yes, it will be hard, but this is the spirit that you have to show.
Yes. And also she mentioned that everyone in the team is backing each other as we are discussing, focusing on the Bangladesh match for now. We'll focus on the Australia game only after reaching London.
Correct call.
So one game at a time.
Totally the correct call. First, get Bangladesh out of the way, get your net run rate in order, check where you stand, and then go for the Australia game. Do not jump the gun and start Australia now. This is exactly how it should be.
Yes, Shefali also mentioned that she was happy with the total last game against South Africa, but Mazen Cap played a blind of no.
No, she can't be happy.
Yeah.
If she's happy with 158, then I don't think that's good enough. It was not 100, because then she's actually contradicting her coach.
Yes.
Her coach said in the post-match press conference, 15-20 more runs. I also agree, 15 more runs. 170 plus is what India required. If Shefali is saying 158 was enough, it was not enough. You will always have to account for one great knock from an opponent or an opposition player. 158, she can't be satisfied.
She also talked about her dismissal. Shabnim's ball kept a bit low, preparing for short balls in the nets.
You must. You should have known that Shabnim will test you with the short ball. It was only natural that somebody who has 120 kilometer speed will test you and also Richa Ghosh with the short ball. So even against Netherlands, when she played that shot, she was not in control. So you absolutely must train for the short ball.
Yes. Regarding her bowling, she mentioned she thanks her father who pushed her to bowl as a kid. Hence, she got into the habit of bowling and now she can call herself an all-rounder.
She's actually bowling well. You know why? Because she's a street smart cricketer. She's got a good, smart attitude. That is why she's bowling well. The first over was very good. She came back and that catch was of her ball, the Radha Yadav drop. So she should be reasonably proud with the way she has bowled.
Yes. Another thing that she mentioned, we were feeling a bit low after the loss, but the next day we all were out there backing each other. So
That's
good spirit, high spirit.
Ravi Shastri keeps talking about this, that night you don't do anything. Next day also, forget about the game, take a day off, come back hard. Sport always gives you a second chance. Always does. Always does. This is India's second chance. Australia is India's second chance. Make it count.
Yes, absolutely. Trishade is typing, I think, one or two quotes maybe. So we have to wait for that. But I think overall, I think Shefali did a good job. I think she opened up, the spirit of the team currently as they're gearing up for the Bangladesh game, and she talked about her dismissal as well. But the good point is that they're taking, a game at a time. First the Bangladesh, and then everyone knows they need to perform well or they have to sit out. That's how any world class team plays. So not bother about the playing 11 changes. So
what
good
to say.
approach, yeah. So yes. So I think,
We should close.
yeah. So I think we have got the updates from the PC. What Shefali has Shefali has said, and Trishari was there, so she shared us with the updates. So thank you, sir. Thank you everyone for joining in, and we'll definitely back with the live show with all the updates from the practice sessions after that. Until then, take care and please follow the episodes for all the latest updates regarding sports. Thank you.